From Pereira's better fighting record, to Yuri hinting at facing Alex for the title, here's why Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz will be one-sided. Set to take place in Salt Lake City, UFC 291 will be entertaining us with the lightweight bout, Poirier versus Gaethje. But this isn't the only match fans have set their eyes on. We'll get to see the former middleweight champ Alex Pereira face former light heavyweight champ Jan Blachowicz. After his defeat against Israel Adesanya in the middleweight title match, Alex is moving up the weight class to debut in the light heavyweight class. Despite being 185 pounds, he'll be fighting in the 205 pounds weight class against Blachowicz. This isn't the first time Jan's welcomed someone from the lower class. He also entertained Israel in his light heavyweight debut. This comes after undisputed light heavyweight champion Jamal Hill vacated his title. Why? Well, he suffered an Achilles tendon rupture, leading to his withdrawal from the title match against Yuri Prochazka. Now Pereira and Blachowicz have their eyes set on the title. The winner will get to fight Yuri for the empty strap, revolving around UFC 291, especially after seeing Pereira jump the class. Can he work his magic in the 205-pound class? I mean, whether it's Alex or Jan, the two are masters at their game. But who's the better one? Well, if we talk about stats, Pereira dominates Jan. While Jan does have the upper edge in terms of weight, Alex has better fighting skills. The Brazilian was a professional kickboxer before switching to UFC. He was the first to win both the middle and light heavyweight glory titles. In his career, Alex has won 33 fights with 21 coming via knockout, and he's only suffered 7 losses. After his switch to the UFC, he won his debut match against Andreas Michailidis, and shortly after became the middleweight champion, defeating Adesanya. He's had 4 wins after joining UFC, and hadn't lost any match before his last one, bringing his entire MMA career to 7 wins and 2 losses. But that doesn't mean he's better than Jan. With a record of 29 wins in 39 matches, Blachowicz has been dominating his class. He was the light middleweight champion and has given his contenders a tough time. And after losing this title, he's looking to grab it back again. Despite the fact that they're both great, Jan has a greater chance of winning because of his weight. But UFC isn't just weight, it's a lot more than that. While both have been declared knockout masters, Alex clearly takes the lead here. He's won 86% of his fights via knockout, backed by a knockdown average of 0.55 per 15 minutes of fight time, which looms over Jan's 31% and 0.36. This shows why Pereira is one of the most feared fighters. While KOs may be easy for Pereira, submissions are easier for Jan, giving him a way to win. But MMA isn't just submission or KOs. Pereira has 100% takedown accuracy and better takedown defense. I mean, the dude does have some sweet stats to back his name. And while Jan may be well experienced, Pereira's explosiveness may prove problematic to him. And I can say for sure that neither two will be backing out easily, especially with what's at stake, the light heavyweight title. After Jamal announced his withdrawal, the UFC community knew the title would come down to Alex and Jan. While Yuri was to face Jamal for the title, he'll now be facing the winner of this match, and this has Pereira and Jan even more pumped up. Jan's had the title before, but this will be Alex's first shot at it. And knowing Alex, he won't back down easily. Besides, these two are even more motivated after their last matches. Pereira lost his middleweight title to his rival Adesanya at UFC 287, and once his winning streak was gone, he decided to jump the weight class, saying it'd be better for him. He wasn't upset over the loss, rather he was more motivated for this match. He said that his loss against Israel meant nothing, and he's already won 3 matches against him, so now he's preferring a higher weight. He wants to have a successful light heavyweight debut, and the only way to do that is to win. Plus, if he goes to win the title, he'll be the fastest to win a UFC title right after changing class. That said, while Alex has his motivation, Jan's got his own too. In his last match against Dagestan's Magomed Ankalaev, Blachowicz suffered a split draw, which made him lose his shot at the title. But now he's finally got that opportunity back. Jan has a chance at not only getting his former title, but also regaining his status as a top contender. Though it's not just the loss or the next title match, some other rumors have been circulating on the internet too. In a leaked UFC advertisement, a title match was hinted at. After Hill gave up his light heavyweight title, everyone's been waiting for UFC to decide on the vacant spot. During this time, an official UFC Facebook advertisement was leaked that had the community buzzing. It revealed 2 title matches happening at UFC 291, Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje, and our very own Alex versus Jan. This advertisement made headlines, and fans were super excited at the prospect of these two fighting for the belt. I mean, the hype levels were so high, it almost replaced UFC 291's main event. After all, this would make it a real title clash, and something far more significant than a BMF title fight. Though this was only possible if the advertisement was true, and their match was a title match, because shortly after it was published, UFC clarified that the news was false, and that it was a mistake, meaning it'll remain a 3-round non-title match. Fans were obviously bummed out, but hey, now they're even more excited for the winner's match with Yuri. That said, some reports have hinted that the winner might face Magomed Ankalaev, though Hill said that Ankalaev hasn't earned that status yet. Besides, even if Alex is new to the weight class, he has a secret weapon up his sleeve. He's been training with Glover Teixeira. Now, if you've been keeping up with the light heavyweight class, you'd already know who Glover is. Glover was the one who defeated Jan in his title match and became the light heavyweight champion at UFC 267 before eventually losing his belt to Jamal at UFC 283. And after making the weight class jump, Alex announced that he was training with the former title holder. In a YouTube video, he said that he's taking advice from Glover and will be training with him for the upcoming match. After all, Glover knows exactly what it takes to beat someone like Blachowicz. This experience can go a long way in training Pereira for the match. And while Alex admitted that Jan will be a strong contender, he had faith in himself too. Because he said that being the middleweight champ and having Glover in his corner will help him. And well, this news has been a total game changer. A recently uploaded video showed how they both trained in water, with Glover making Alex stay underwater until he tapped. This reminded fans of the time Khabib Nurmagomedov trained with a bear. Honestly, if there's any indication that Alex has a chance at the title, it's this video. And it isn't only Alex's training that says this, but the spectators have the same to say, because Yuri mentioned facing Alex in one of his tweets. After Hill announced his withdrawal, Yuri went to Twitter and asked if he could be facing Alex for the title match. This had the fans going wild. While many consider Jan a better contender than Alex, people are betting their stakes on the kickboxer. Sure, a lot of fans wanted Alex and Jan to fight for the belt, but after this tweet, there are tons in favor of seeing Alex and Yuri fight for it too. That said, the fight for the empty belt is only possible after UFC 291, cause these two still have to prove their worth. And as far as Ankalaev's concerned, Yuri says he's got to prove himself too, since his previous match was a draw. He believes that either Blachowicz or Pereira has a shot at the belt with him. Though interestingly enough, there are fans who think the belt's actually cursed, and that no light heavyweight has a chance at it, meaning no Yuri, no Hill, and no Jan, only leaving us with Alex. And while they were all sympathizing with Hill's decision, they were quick to decide the next champion as well. I mean, Jamal's curse might just become a blessing for Alex, because he could become a light heavyweight champ right after his debut. The stats have already declared why this match is so important, and the fighters have made it clear that only one side is winning. So there you have it! From Yuri, hinting at facing Alex for the title, to Pereira's better fighting record. That's why Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz will be one-sided.